Hi everybody, welcome to yoga from my garage. So I hope this works well. This is the first time I've ever recorded anything, and we have everyone at home. Everyone's working out of a different room. My son, who teaches music's in one room, Sean's in another room, all online for work, and I'm in the garage. So this is my new yoga space for now. So this class today is going to be a little bit different. It's going to cover some basics as homework. So I'm wanting people to get some arm strength. We haven't worked on our press-ups for a little while, so we're going to go over all the basics of that. And then people who are still at that beginner's level can carry on working through their press-ups and so on. And then we have the option of taking it up a level to plank version. So I'll take you through each stage, and then we will be going on to Surya Namaskar, which is always my favourite. It's always the one that I've said, if you're away on holiday and you need that yoga fix or you want some exercise, you can do this anywhere, hotel room, you don't need a gym, you can do it on the beach, anywhere. So it's a real good go-to when you haven't got a yoga class to go to. And then for those of you who are a bit more advanced, or you just want to give it a go, we have a new flow that I haven't taught before, so I will add that in at the end. So it's up to you guys to pick how far you want to go with this. If you want to keep trying with the harder stuff, that's great. If you feel like you just want to keep working on the arm strength from this class, then that's fine. So I'm classing this as like a homework type thing, giving you something to work towards, and it is going to be different from your normal class that you usually attend. So let's get started. So we're going to start in your child's pose. So knees a little bit further apart. Stretch the arms quite a way forward and then pull back so that there's a nice long stretch, lengthening of the arms. Head can come to the mat. And we're just using our breath to slow everything down. So head to the mat. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're just trying to soften into this move. Relax into it once you're in position. From here we're just walking our hands over, so you can keep your head down still, but I need to bring mine up for talking. So we're walking our hands, creeping them over to the right, giving us a lateral stretch down the left side. And then just breathe once you're in position. Looking for more stretch, you can put your left hand on top of your right. Walking the hands back over to the centre and heading out to the left. Remember to use your breathing. Nice big breath in. Relaxing exhale out. And now the option, right hand on top of left. back to centre. We are coming up to hands and knees. So one of the most important moves for upper body and upper strength is learning to do your chaturanga and your press-ups. So a normal press-up, we would have our elbows flying out wide. That is a big no-no. We want our elbows coming in close to our ribs, raising our ribs, so down the side of our ribs and pressing back up. So the alignment, we are on our hands and knees when we learn it, and this is a really good beginner's one. Hands are shoulder width apart, forefinger, we want that line all the way up the shoulder. And then just practice rotating your elbows around to the front, so everybody can do it naturally. So a lot of people don't realise they have this ability in our arms to be able to do this. So rotating around. And then dropping forward, elbows are squeezed in, they are grazing my ribs. I can actually feel my elbows crushing into my ribs, so that's the movement we want. We do not want elbows out. When we use our hands this direction, we are working our triceps and our biceps. Our triceps down here, not our biceps. So that normal gym one is working into biceps. So hands out nice and wide, rotate those elbows around and coming down for full press-ups. Now if you can't get down as low as me, that is fine. Just come to your limit, which might be just here. You might only do a quarter or a half. We're going to just keep going up and down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, once we've done the 4, we are pulling on back into that child's pose. Stretch the arms out, head to the mat, long lengthy breath. On up, we're going to do the same again, but I'm going to do it sideways just so that you can see a different angle. And remembering these arms, they need to be in very close to the body, they're grazing your ribs. Just think of when you see a frozen chicken, he's all in like this, that's what we're wanting. So, hands to shoulder width apart. Remember that rotation in the elbows, and then we are bending down and up. 1, 2, 3, one more, 4, and pulling back into that child's pose. Back on up. So now we're going to do the drills towards strengthening our arms, ready for heading up onto Chaturanga, and great for our little press-ups as well. So the drills are starting in your child's pose position, arms stretched out so that shoulder width apart. So into your cat-cow position, or tabletop position I should say. So from here we are dropping down, pulling back, and then coming up and around. So it's like we're drawing a circle with our chest, just to visualise that. So down, pull back, up and around, dropping down, pull back, up and around, down, pull back. Remember, elbows always turned around to the front. Down, pull back. Once we've done 4, pull back, child's pose, stretch the arms out, head to the mat. Child's pose is a standard resting pose, so just remembering that. You can always come back to this when you need a break. going on. We're going to do the same again, but we're doing the reverse of it. So you're in your child's pose already, so just come up so that your head's up, elbows are still on the floor. And this time we are dragging our chest forward. So we're doing a reverse circle with that chest. Drag the chest along the ground, push up, pull back and down. Elbows back to the floor. Drag the chest along the ground. Pressing up, pull back, elbows back down. And more. And up and around and down. Right, well done. So that is homework. If you're a beginner and you are finding that's plenty of work, I'd say practice that every day. It's a really good routine just to do those press-ups. So do 4, have a rest, do 4, have a rest, and then do the 2 drills of pulling back and around and forward and around. From there, next level up is going into our plank version. So coming back round facing you guys, and then I'll do it sideways. So hands are shoulder width apart, knees hip width apart. We're starting off in our tabletop position. We're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips up first, come into downward dog first. Just do a little walk through, lower each heel, so you're walking the dog, and some stretch into those calves. From here we are coming forward into our plank. Plank, we want that feeling of our belly button zipping back into our spine. So just remembering that, I can turn sideways actually. We do not want the belly button zipped back into spine. We do not want saggy banana. And we don't want the bum sticking out in the air still, because that is technically still your downward dog. So we're trying to get a nice straight line, belly button back into the spine. Elbows are still rotating around, same principle. Drop down. If you can't push back up, then drop to cobra and straighten the arms. Still have a little bend in the arms. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips back on up, downward dog. Forward into your plank, elbows around, Chatarunga. Drop the tummy down, pushing up. Cobra. Toes tucking under, hips back on it. Forward into your plank. Zip that belly button back in. Chaturanga. Tummy down. Push up. So you're lengthening through the spine. Elbows do not have to be straightened. Still have a nice soft bend in them. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. Doing one more, coming forward, elbows around, chaturanga, down, tummy down, pushing up. And then lifting back, pull back, child's pose. And coming back up to seated. So if you need to, your hands a little wriggle through the fingers, a few twirls of the wrist. So next from there is going to be our 5-point salute. The 5-point salute is used a lot in your Surya Namaskar. So it's an option, it just depends on what level you're at. In a 5-point salute, I'll go over, not with it. It's a 10-point salute. So we've got 2 hands, 1, 2 points, knees, 3, 4, feet, 5, 6. And then we have chin and chest. Right, so we're coming into 8-point salute. An 8-point salute is used a lot in your yoga and in your chaturanga. So 8 points are Hands, so 1, 2, knees, 3, 4, feet, 5, 6, chest and chin are coming down. So note my bum stays up in the air, my chest is on the floor, my chin is on the floor. And then we are straightening out, pushing up into cobra. Lifting on back, coming back into that position, knees, feet, chin and chest. 8-point salute, drop down, pushing up. I'm going to do that 4 times. Knees, feet, elbows are around. Remember, they're all important, rotating of the elbows. Coming down, chest, chin. And then straighten. And again, knees, feet, elbows around. Chin and chest. Dropping down, pushing up to cobra, pull back. Hands down, knees down, feet down, elbows rotated, chin and chest. Elbows in the air. And pushing down, cobra. Pulling back. Child's pose, just have a little rest from there. Sorry, one of the problems with doing yoga in the garage is lights coming in. Right, from here we are coming back to our yoga plank, and we're going to try coming up as well as going down. So tucking the toes under, lifting up the hips into your downward dog first. Coming forward into your plank, belly button zipped in, nice straight line, Chatarunga, down, and then press back on up. Down, and up, down. If you're having trouble pushing up, back to cobra, or back to child's pose. Right, from here we are going to come into our Surya Namaskar. So we will start with it at the front of the mat. Partway through we'll turn around. So we're coming back to Surya Namaskar now. So Surya Namaskar is your salute to the sun. We will do a couple of rounds nice and slow first, just so that you can get back into the flow of it. Especially if you haven't done yoga for a few weeks, you'll be a bit stiff. So we'll get started on this. So just starting with hands in heart space, resting breath. Inhaling, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. So hands down to shoulder width apart. We are stepping back with the right foot, low lunge. Knee on the floor, the chest. Tuck the toe under, stepping back. Downward dog. Hips are up high, chest back towards the knees. Coming forward, knees down. Remember, elbows around. We're ready to do our little press up. Chatarunga, 8-point salute. Chin to chest, knees, feet on the floor, and then dropping down, pushing on up. Cobra. Pulling on back. And tucking toes under, lifting hips back up, downward dog. I'm going to take the left foot and step it to the front of the mat. Back into that low lunge. This is a level one. Tuck the toes under, stepping to the front, level 2. Inhaling up to standing. Exhale down. And resting breath. And inhaling and up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back, this time with the left foot. Stepping back, with the right foot, downward dog. Moving forward, knees down, elbows around, chaturanga. Drop the tummy down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips back on up, downward dog. Stepping up to the front with the right foot. Up to the front with the left foot. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. And again, inhale up. Exhale down. Stepping back with the right. Low lunge. Knees should be down for level 1. Stepping back with the left foot, downward dog. Coming to knees, elbows around, chaturanga. Drop the tummy down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under, hips back on up, downward dog. Left foot stepping to the front. Right foot. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. Okay, I'm just going to turn my direction so you can see the side on here. Resting breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the right. Low lunge, level 1. Tuck the toe under, stepping back. Downward dog. Coming to knees, we're doing that 8-point salute, chaturanga, elbows around. So hands, knees, feet, chin, chest, thumbs in the air. Tummy down, pushing up, cobra. Tuck the toes under, lifting back on up, downward dog. Taking the left foot to the front. Right foot to the front. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. Inhaling and up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back. Left foot, low lunge. Stepping back. Right foot. Downward dog. Coming to knees. Chaturanga, elbows around, 8-point salute. And dropping down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under and up, cobra. And downward dog. Stepping up to the front with the right. Up to the front with the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. So we're going to carry on at that speed. I'm going to take it up 1 level, so that you can see the difference between your level 1 and your level 2. And that's up to you to work to whatever level you want to work at. Standing with your hands in your heart space, resting breath. Inhaling and up. Exhaling, forward fold, down we come. Stepping back with the right foot, high lunge, so level 2. Stepping back with the left foot, downward dog. Coming forward into your plank, belly buttons it back in, otherwise still have your knees down and do your normal chaturanga, elbows around, chaturanga. Elbows are squeezed into the side, tummy's off the floor, dropping down, pressing up, cobra. Tuck the toes under, lifting on up, downward dog. Taking the left foot back, stepping to the front of the mat, high lunge. Right foot together, inhaling up, exhaling down, and resting breath. And inhaling and up. Exhale, forward fold, down we go. We are stepping back this time with the left foot, high lunge. Knee down if you want to do level 1. Stepping back, right foot, downward dog. So either knees down or into your plank. Chaturanga. Hold. Drop the tummy down, pushing up, cobra. Tuck the toes under, lifting on up, downward dog. Taking the right foot, stepping to the front. Left foot, inhaling up, exhaling down, and resting breath. A little bit faster now, inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the right. Back with the left, downward dog. Plank or knees down. Chaturanga. Up and down. Cobra. Tucking toes under, lifting up. Downward dog. Stepping up to the front with the left. Up to the front with the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back with the left. Back with the right. Downward dog. Plank, elbows around, chaturanga. Put the tummy down, pushing up. Downward dog. Tuck the toes under, hips on up. Stepping forward with the left. Forward with the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. And up. And forward fold. Stepping back with the left. Stepping back with the right. Downward dog. Plank. Chaturanga. Up and down. Cobra. The toes under, hips up. Downward dog. Stepping up to the front. The right foot. Up to the front with the left. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. And up. And down. Stepping back with the right. Back with the left, downward dog. Plank, elbows around, down. Tummy down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under, hips up. Stepping up to the front with the left. Up to the front with the right. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. And up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left. Step back with the right. Coming forward into plank. Elbows around, down. Tummy down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under, hips up. Downward dog. Stepping up to the front with the right. Up to the front with the left. Inhaling on up. Exhaling down. Resting breath. Okay everyone, we are now doing a new flow. So this is suitable for the advanced, but if you're not advanced, that's fine. You're welcome to give it a go. So just getting started, coming back for a moment into our child's pose. Remember resting down nice and low, head to the floor. Reaching to our left, lateral stretch down the side. Back to centre and swapping sides over to the right. To tabletop position, tucking toes in and lifting hips on up into downward facing dog. We're going to take this new routine nice and slow first. So lower the heels one at a time. Taking our right leg, extending back and up behind us. Lift that leg all the way to the front. Come down on your back knee, so we're in a low lunge. If you need to, wriggle the toes forward so that we have that nice line between the ankle and the knee. Lift the chest and breathe in and out. Bringing the hands up to the knees and lift the chest. Breathe in. really sinking through the hips, letting them get that stretch. Taking the arms up. Taking the arms out wide and twisting. So you're bringing your right shoulder back, you're twisting to the right, and then taking your right hand behind you to find your hip, and leaving your left arm on the outside of the right. Peel the shoulder back, big twist through the chest. And back to the front. Bring the hands down by the feet, and we are pulling back. Start letting the toe go up. We're leaving the hands anchored where they are. Nice big stretch. So through the hamstrings. And then lift the chest and try and lie down that leg a little bit further. Sinking back into those hips. Tuck the toe under on that back leg, lift up that knee. We are stepping forward and we're wanting to have our feet crossed. So left foot crossing behind the right. From here, inhaling up, lift the chest to a flat back. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, drop down. Inhaling to stand, and we're taking the arms out nice and wide, big circle. Taking the hands together into a pistol grip, so 4 fingers are pointed, the rest of the fingers are interlocked. And from here, bending to the right. Feel that stretch all the way down the side of the body. Take a big breath in. Inhaling back to the top. And exhale down through our centre, hands to the floor. Taking that left foot back first. Stepping back with the right foot. Downward dog. Pulling forward into plank. Elbows around, Chatarunga. Dropping down, lifting up. Dropping back down, toes tucking under and downward dog. Swapping sides, left leg extending up. Stepping that left foot all the way up in front of the mat. Coming down on your right knee. I have a minor knee thing going on, so we'll just put some extra padding in. Dropping through those hips. Remember this knee and ankle alignment, so if your foot isn't reached when you step to the front, wriggle it forward with the toes. Right, inhaling, lift that chest. Up onto the knees, dropping through those hips, nice big stretch, feeling it up through here, taking the arms up, right, we're going to be twisting to our left, taking the arms out wide, and then dropping that hand behind, so spinning our back hip. The other hand is resting on the outside of our left knee. Now just try and twist back through that shoulder, that chest a little bit further. Big breath in. Taking the arms back out wide. Back to our centre. Bring the hands to the floor. And we are pulling back, so lift the toe up. This is actually called half splits. I often say nose to knee. Good stretch for the hamstrings. Lift that chest a little bit and just try and lie down that leg a little bit deeper. And lower that toe, coming forward. Now tuck the toe under on that back leg, lift up the knee. And we are stepping forward, so we're bringing the right foot, crossing it over at the back. Inhaling, lift the chest flat back. Exhale. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time inhaling up, bringing the arms out wide, big circle. Coming up into that pistol grip, so 4 fingers pointed. Leaning to our left, lateral stretch. Taking a couple of breaths here. Back to centre, bringing the hands down through our centre. Back down to the floor. Stepping that right foot back. This time we're going to give it a bit more of a lift. Standing splits. Stepping back. And taking the left foot back. Downward dog first. Fall into plank. Chaturunga. Remember, rotate the elbows around. Dropping down. And pushing up. Cobra. And tucking toes under, lifting back on up. Hips back on high. So we're going to carry on. We're going to do that again. I'm going to do it side on this time just so you can see another alignment. So starting with toes tucking in, the hips up high, and now downward dog. Just a couple of little walkthroughs. Right, we're going to take the right leg up. Stepping it to the front of the mat. Flatten out that left knee. Wriggle the toe forward. Remember, we want that alignment. Knee over ankle. Right, lifting the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling as we come up, hands to knees. It's about chest opening and lifting the chest. Taking the arms up beside the ears. So we're turning to the right, we're going to take the arms out wide. Right arm is coming behind us, finding that back hip. Left arm is resting on that right knee. Now try to peel that shoulder back, so twisting round. Taking the arms back out wide. Back to the front. And lowering down to the floor. We are pulling back, so leaving the hands anchored. Toe can come up. Half splits, nose to knee. Then lift the chest and try and lie down along that leg a little bit deeper. forward. Drop through those hips. Tuck the toe under on the left foot, lift up the left knee. Stepping forward now, crossing that left foot behind the right. So we're in a forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, flatten the back. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. All the way to standing this time. Inhale, take the arms out, big wide circle. Right, grasping with the hands, pistol grip, 4 fingers are up. And take it to the right. Inhale, back to center, bringing the hands back down through heart space, through the center, all the way to the floor. And we're going to lift that left leg back into standing splits and step back. Step back with the right foot, downward dog, forward into plank. Elbows around, Chatarunga. And drop the tummy down and pushing up. Tucking toes under, lifting hips up, downward facing dog. Swapping sides now, so left leg, lifting it up. Stepping all the way to the front of the mat. Nice big lunge. Heading for your knees, when to use it. Flatten out that back leg. Inhale, lift that chest. Inhale, hands to knees. Sinking through those hips. Opening the arms out wide. Taking the left hand, find that hip. Right hand resting on the outside of your knee. Now pulling that shoulder back, open the chest up. Big breath in. Arms back out wide, back to the front. And we're going to bring the hands down to the floor. And we are pulling back. So leaving the hands anchored, lifting that front toe, nose to knee. And then lifting the chest, trying to lie it down along that leg a bit more. And coming forward. Tuck the toe under, lift up the knee on that right leg. And we are stepping forward, crossing the right foot behind the left. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. This time inhaling up, taking the arms out wide in circle. Hands are coming up to that pistol grip. And this time bending to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands coming down through heart space and all the way to the floor. Stepping back into standing splits, so we're taking the right leg back and up, and then stepping all the way back. We're going to take the left foot back to downward dog first, into plank, elbows around, chaturanga. Tummy down, lifting up, cobra. Tucking toes under, lifting on up, hips up high. Come back down to knees just for a moment. Short rest. So now we're going to do this, we'll use that as a base to build on. So we're going to use it now to do virtually the same thing but at pace. So we'll not always do 3 breaths with the chest lift with the forward fold. So it'll be changed a little bit, that's going to be a bit more dynamic but more faster moving. So everyone ready to carry on? I'll carry on doing it on my side view as well. So hands back out to shoulder width apart, toes are tucking under, hips are up high, chest back towards the knees, downward facing dog. Ready to start, we're taking our right leg back, stepping it to the front. Flatten out that knee, inhaling, and arms are up. Turning to our right, take the rack, right shoulder around. Arms back out wide, arms are lifting up, flowing back down. Pulling back with our nose to knee. Dropping back forward. Lift the toe and knee up. Stepping forward, crossing the feet. Inhale, just one breath. Exhale down. Inhale, up to standing. And then side bend to the left. Back to our centre. Exhale down through centre. Stepping back with the left foot, then with the right straight into plank. Chaturanga down. Drop the tummy down. Sharp. Tuck the toes under. Back on up. Downward facing dog. This time left foot to the front. Flatten out that knee. Right, inhaling, hands to knees. And inhaling, arms up. Exhale, turning to the front, which is your left. Wrap. And back out wide to the front. Flowing to the floor, this time pulling back. Nose to knee. Dropping back through that knee. Lifting up onto the toe, lift up the back knee. Stepping the right foot forward, crossing over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale all the way up to standing. And exhale down through our centre. Right, taking that right leg back to standing splits. Stepping straight back now into our plank. Elbows around, chaturanga. Drop the tongue down, pushing up. Tuck the toes under, lifting the hips up. Downward dog, we're back to the beginning. We'll do another round. Right leg back. Stepping up to the front, flatten out that back knee. Inhale. Knees, carry on up, taking it wide, turning to the right, and wrap. Back out wide, back to the front, hands to the floor, pulling back, nose to knee. Forward, shut the toe under, lift the knee up. We are stepping over with cross feet. Inhale, flatten back. Exhale, drop down. Inhale up to circle with arms into pistol grip. And taking it to the left. Inhale up. Back down through our centre. Stepping back with our left foot into standing splits. And then straight back into plank, Chatarunga. Tummy down, lifting up. Tuck the toes under and lifting on up. Downward facing dog. Swapping sides, left leg, back. Stepping up to the front, with the left, flatten out that leg. And the right leg. Inhale, hands to knees, carry on up, opening out wide, turning to your left, and wrap, back out wide, back to the front, flow down, we are pulling back with nose to knee, dropping back forward, tuck the toe under on that back leg, lift up that knee, and stepping forward, crossing the feet. Inhale, flatten the back first. Exhale down, and then inhale, big wide arms, all the way up, pistol grip, and lean to the right. Centre. Hands down through centre, heart space. Hands to the floor. Right leg back into standing splits. Stepping back into plank. Chaturanga. And lift up. Tucking toes under. Lifting on up. Downward dog. And from here, back onto knees and pull back into your child's pose. Alright, enjoy taking a little rest in child's pose for a moment. So that's a nice new flow. If you've something to work on, you can do as many rounds of that as you like. So no different to our Surya Namaskar. We can just keep repeating and repeating. We can make it a bit harder if we want with our downward dog, our Chatarunga, or if we can't do a full Chaturanga, we can just take it back to the knees. So definitely adapt if you need to make it work for you, or if you've got an injury and you need a mat for the knee like me, anything like that going on, make adaptations. There's no reason to not do your yoga, it's just finding ways to adjust. Some of us have permanent injuries and we've got to adjust for forever, so just working with it. Right, from here we are going to carry on down to the floor and come into a meditation. Namaste everyone, we are now coming down into our meditation. So this is just going to be a short one, but it's a really good thing to do. We're doing it at the end of class, so make sure you've done all your exercises that you want to do first. And then just taking some time just to slow back down, discover how your body feels now after your yoga practice. So lying down, body extended out nice and long. We're going to first take our arms out wide, bring our knees into our chest, take our legs straight on up and flex the feet. Relax through the shoulders. I'm going to take the right leg over the left leg, bending the knees on both legs, and then roll to one side. Nice long slow breaths. Inhale back to centre. Exhale. Swapping the legs over. Bend at the knees. And dropping. Roll back to our centre. Both legs up. And slowly lowering both feet to the floor. The feet are on the floor, we are relaxing. So just want a little bit of space between the feet. Arms down beside the body. Let the feet go floppy. So no tension in the feet. Closing eyes, we're focusing into our shoulders first. So if you feel like your shoulders are up quite high around your ears, just do an adjustment. Slide the shoulder blades down the spine now, and then soften back down into the mat. Let the feet be floppy, let them flop out. Let the fingers rest in a soft curl. Take the focus now into your breathing. So we're going to breathe in for a count of 3. And out for a count of 3. Carry on with this breathing pattern. And on the next breath, we're going to make our tummy fill up with air, so a big belly expansive breath, like a balloon, breathing in. And then let the air deflate. Breathing in, big belly expansive breath. And out. Taking your attention up to the lungs. So again, breathing in, feeling the lungs filling up with air. And then let the air all rush out. Another 2 breaths like that. Now we're just going to take a moment to listen to the sound of our breath. So rather than focusing on noises that are happening around you, just to keep our attention on us and our body and internally on us, we use our breath to listen to. So take a big breath in. And listen to the sound of your breathing. So the sound of your breath is the only thing you can hear. Exhale, we're just trying to soften and melt, get a bit heavier, melt down into that mat. Just making sure the shoulders are relaxed, the heels are relaxed, back of the knees, the hips, the heels. Turning our attention back to our feet, wiggling toes, fingers, give them a wriggle. Open eyes. Gentle rock of the head, so just from one side, roll over to the other. Pushing the backs of the knees into the mat, it's a big stretch. Squeeze and relax. And breathe in. One more time, pushing the backs of the knees into the mat. Then bringing the knees to the chest, curling up into a ball. We're just going to rock from side to side first. So lower back massage. Finally curling up into a tight ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Relax. Take a big breath in. Going up into that tight ball one more time. Squeeze, 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 nose to knees. And relax. Taking hold of the feet. Rocking on up. Into our seated. Big breath in. And namaste. So really good to try and incorporate some meditation every day into your daily yoga practice. Even if you didn't get to yoga, the meditation is a really healthy thing to do. So remember, if you have trouble with meditating, you can always use the focus of the sound of your breath to anchor your thoughts. It stops your mind wandering off, thinking about what else is happening. And at the moment, I think you can just about say the whole world has been forced to come into meditation mode. The whole world's slowed down. We're all having to stay at home. It's a bit like the world, the planet itself is going into meditation mode. So it's a perfect time for us to learn how to meditate. Right, great to see you all. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'm planning on coming back with some more yoga for you tomorrow. Bye.